Welcome to the penultimate round of Season 5 of F.1.M.C's inaugural pole from reigning two-time champion Riley Watson. Dennis Cooper, Ivy, Abdul Swaba, Yanis Dos Santos, B-Dragon, Sonic, Henry Borg, Louis Lucas, Jan Hammond and Tommy rounding up the top 10. In the 11th place is George Rycroft, Dennis Marcos done a really good qualifier from the Andretti team, Dennis Ollie Lowe, Kareem Mobula, Sonny DeVaro, Jack Duffy, Louis Wakefield, Harry, David Pearson, Franz Herman, Philip Williams, Arnold Yu, and once again, last on the grid is Natasha Lumini. Right then, as we head to 5 red lights, McLaren and Riley Watson could seal the championship today as we go racing on the streets of Baku. Is a good start from Enoch Yu. Off pole position, Riley Watson though is looking to overtake the Hong Kong driver down into turn 1. Enoch Yu holds off the lead, but Watson is actually going to now overtake the Red Bull driver as they head into turn number 2. He blocks off against the Hong Kong man. Riley Watson takes the lead of the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, but Enoch Yu is still going side by side there with the McLaren driver. The Red Bull makes a late dive bomb down the inside to try to reclaim the lead of the race, but Watson is going to hold off the Hong Kong driver and continue to lead this Grand Prix, but Enoch Yu is going to dive down the inside, then going round the outside. Enoch Yu now retakes the lead at the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Riley Watson though with a late dive bomb retakes the lead just before they head into castle section. Abdul Swab was also trying to get past, but ultimately Enoch Yu is actually going to reclaim the lead of the race from Riley Watson, as now we're heading on to lap 2 of the race. Riley Watson is going to try to overtake Enoch Yu down into turn 1 using the boost mode. Riley Watson takes the lead of the Azerbaijan Grand Prix as they head before turn 1. They're going side by side. Watson takes the lead. Enoch Yu though is going to be the man with active aero, and he's going to re-overtake the McLaren driver. There's a slight mishap calculation there from Riley Watson. Also Cooper Ivy got past Abdul Swaba there to get into 3rd place. As now we're on lap 3 of the race, on board with the other Red Bull of Yanis Dos Santos. He's going alongside the reigning two-time champion Riley Watson. He's got the rear wing open. He sets the fastest lap of 1:33.966. Dos Santos is going down the inside to overtake the McLaren driver. Yanis Dos Santos is up into 2nd place of the race. Riley Watson is down to 3rd, but the McLaren's going to make a dive bomb down the inside. Both of them got active aero open, so does Cooper Ivy behind, who's lurking to try to overtake and capitalize on these two fighting. Watson is going to overtake Dos Santos. Ivy is going to dive down the inside to try to make a move, but Dos Santos is going to hold off one of the McLaren, not the other. But Cooper Ivy is not going to give this one up as he goes down the inside. Ivy takes 3rd place of Yanis Dos Santos, who drops from 2nd place to 4th place on lap 3. As now we're continuing on lap 3 on board with the Visa Cash Out Racing Bulls of Ollie Lowe. He's going to try to overtake the Aston Martin of Jack Duffy, diving down the inside. He overtakes the British driver. He's going to try to get the other Briton of George Rycroft. As now we're on lap 5 on board with Cooper Ivy. He's looking to overtake Enoch Yu and get up into 4th place of the race. Enoch Yu is down to 5th. Ivy is chasing down the Racing Bulls of Ollie Lowe. As now behind we see Ivy making an overtake on the Briton. The Australian is up into 3rd place of the race. Enoch Yu is going to try to go side by side in the castle section of all places. He's going round the outside. Enoch Yu is up into 4th place. As now the other McLaren of Riley Watson got past the Racing Bulls as up into 5th place. He's going to dive down the inside of Enoch Yu and Cooper Ivy to make a triple overtake. Watson from 6th is up to 3rd. Fair enough from our reigning two-time champion with all his experience, of course. As now we're heading into lap 6 of the race, Riley Watson's going to overtake the BMW Williams of Tommy to go into 2nd place of the race, and now the lead as Abdul Swaba comes into the pits. Enoch Yu is currently sitting in 4th, is going to make a double overtake on Cooper Ivy and Tommy to go into 2nd place of the race, as now we're on lap 6 heading into lap 7 of the race. Enoch Yu is currently sitting in second. He's closing onto the back of Riley Watson. He's got the active aero and the boost mode deployed. Enoch Yu sets the fastest lap with 1:33.483. The Red Bull driver now leads the Azerbaijan Grand Prix as they head into turn number 1. Now we're on lap 7 heading into lap 8 of the race. On board with Cooper Ivy, who's currently sitting in third on the hot compound tyres. He's going to overtake his world champion teammate to go into second place of the race. As now we're on lap 8, Tommy, who's currently sitting in 12th place, is going to overtake Marcos Dunn, but there is rain on the circuit as it's time for intermediate tyres. Jan Hemed is coming into the pits. He gets held up by an unsafe release by the Ferrari crew there, Henry Borg, nearly coming into contact with the BMW Williams as he comes in to the pits. As now we're on lap 9, our race leader Enoch Yu is looking to come into the pits to change onto the intermediate tyres, and so is Watson's teammate Cooper Ivy. Enoch Yu is now in his pit box changing onto the medium compound tyres. Cooper Ivy just came into his pit box to change into the Inters, and from those hard tyres both drivers are coming down pit row. Riley Watson, the British driver, is going to lead the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Is going to have a 3-second gap to the Red Bull of Enoch Yu. Could the Hong Kong driver reduce this 3-second gap to the Briton? It doesn't look like it, as now we're on the last lap. Riley Watson is coming down the straight. Enoch Yu is actually closing and closing, but it's not going to be enough. Riley Watson is going to win the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Cooper Ivy is going to finish this race in third place. And McLaren, for the third time, are Constructors Champions of the world. As here's our podium at Baku. Riley Watson takes the win and extends his lead in the championship from Enoch Yu in second place and Cooper Ivy in third place. McLaren are now 3-time Constructors Champions. Riley Watson is 24 points clear of Enoch Yu. He already has one hand on the trophy, his third driver's title.